Video number 3. So if you haven't seen it already, I've done Enhancement and I've done Elemental. This is Resto Shaman, so this will bring this class to a close. I've got guests lined up for the rest of the week to go through all of the other classes. This I'd done in collaboration with Resto Shaman, but he wasn't really too keen about being on camera, which is absolutely fine. But we talked through this for a good hour on Discord and came to the conclusion that Resto's pretty boring, and I don't mean boring as in boring to play, I mean the talents during the pre-patch. So this will be an extremely short video. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of the decisions we made on the talents we chose during the pre-patch with a little bit of reasoning why, but ultimately just put your points in Resto and you can't really go wrong. So I'm not going to waste time. Please, if you do like the video, make sure you like, subscribe. If you're new to Shaman, you might find this useful even just as a bit of guidance for if you wanted to level as Resto during the pre-patch. Not that I would advise that. Probably going to be better going Enhancement or Elemental, so probably check one of those videos out instead. But let's look at Resto Shaman. Alright, this one's not going to take very long, so we'll just crack straight on. But as I say, ultimately, it's going to be quite boring. I apologise in advance. Damn you, Resto Shamans. So look, there's nothing really outside of the Resto tree, even at 70, that you're really going to want. The only thing really at 70 you're going to want is the 5% extra mana. The rest is pretty much going to go into Resto because a lot of talents are quite undesirable as a healer, which is a shame because, you know, Enhancement get the choice of going either Resto or Elemental depending on their playstyle. Ellie go quite deep into Resto, which is also quite cool, so your talent choices are quite meaningful. For Resto, it's just like, just dump your points anywhere. But we'll talk through it anyway. So you're going to want 5 of 5 Tidal Focus to reduce your mana cost of healing spells, which is by 5%, obviously is very nice. And you're going to want 5 of 5 an improved healing wave to reduce the cast time by half a second. Now this is quite an important one, Ancestral Healing, so increases your target's armor value by 25% when you crit. So you're going to have quite a reasonable amount of crit as a Resto Shaman anyway, because you do get them from quite a lot of crit from talents as well. So as I say, overall very useful. Now you've got to remember, we're fairly limited on talent points. We've had to really skim out 10, obviously, out of the optimal sort of 70 build. We're going to move down the tree, but we may come back and fill some in as we see fit, basically. So next we're going to go down to Healing Focus, which obviously gives you a chance to avoid interruption when you're casting, which, you know, every healer really needs, which is nice. And we're going to get Totemic Mastery. Now these points that we've missed at the moment, we may come back and put points in, but just not right now. So Totemic Focus is very nice, reducing the mana cost of your totems by 25%, and also reducing the threat of your healing spells is very nice as well. But ultimately we don't really need it at the moment. But we are going to go into we're going to go Tidal Mastery first, so increasing the critical effect chance of your healing and lightning spells by 5%. Then we're going to get 5 in Restorative Totems, which increases the effect of your Mana Spring. That's the one we're really bothered about, more so than Healing Stream, obviously. And then we definitely want Healing Wave. So your Healing Wave spells have a 100% chance to increase the effect of subsequent Healing Wave spells on the target by 6%, and it stacks 3 times. So this is some big healing, obviously. Then we are going to take one in Nature's Swiftness, because who don't want a, oh no, quick heal button? Obviously it's nice to have. And then we're going to go down into Mana Tide. Now, also, Nature's Guardian is one that a lot of Resto Shamans will take in TBC, but as I say, right at this moment in time, we just want to get down to Earth Shield, and then we'll worry about filling talents in which are just nice to have, but not necessarily essential, and we'll get to that afterwards. But we will get 5 of 5 in Purification to increase effectiveness of healing by 10%. We will obviously get Nature's Blessing, which increases spell damage and healing by an amount equal to 30% of your intellect. So again, this is a nice big sort of boost to your plus healing. And obviously we're going to get Earth Shield. Now, what you could have done here, just FYI, is I'll just show you reset it. So obviously in the efforts to get Earth Shield as early as possible, if you are leveling as Resto, you'll only put the 3 points into Purification, because you're going to want to get Earth Shield quick. So then you'll go 3 into Nature's Blessing. Now you're level 50 and you get Earth Shield. So that's absolutely an option, but I'm really setting this up as if you're level 60 already, because I don't see that many Shamans leveling as Resto. If you do though, good luck. So now we're sat like that anyway. We've gone 3 of 3 in Purification. We're level 50. Now let's just fill these out. So we're obviously going to get the other 4% in there. So we've got 10%. And we definitely want Improved Chain Heal for that extra 20%. Now the main things we're missing, what we would have in our 70 build, is the 5% extra mana, the Reduced Threat, which not essential, obviously, but is just nice to have. Because as I say, in TBC at level 70, there's not really a lot else you can really go in. So it doesn't really matter. And you would have totemic focus. So during the pre-patch, what I would be tempted to do personally is I would go into Ancestral Knowledge and get that 5% maximum mana. And now you're left with 1 point. So you can pretty much put this 1 point wherever you want. You could get Totemic Focus. If you would prefer, you could just have the 1 point in Ancestral Knowledge and pick up 5 of 5 in Totemic Focus. Ultimately, that comes down to what you want, you know. I mean, the 25% mana reduction is obviously very nice. If I started having mana problems to the point where I was like getting scared to put totems down, then that's the way I would go. But ultimately, as long as, if I just take those 5 out and there, you're level 54 and you're looking like this. As long as you're looking like this, you put those last 6 points wherever you feel necessary, wherever you need them most. As I say, me personally, I would lean more towards the 5% mana, I think. And then I would go, or even split it. Maybe go like get 3 in there and a couple in there, you know, 3 in each, whatever way around you do it. But ultimately, your last 6 points are going to go in a mixture of those two talents. Like I said, this was going to be a quick one because there genuinely ain't that much to talk about. The talents are fairly straightforward and you are just more or less put everything in Resto if you want. It's only really that 5% mana, which is one where you might have to make a decision. But then on your way from 60 to 70, you are just going to fill out the Resto tree. If you get that 5% mana in enhancement, you're then going to take the threat reduction, or you take Nature's Guardian, where you take damage and it reduces threat, gives you a little heal. You know, all of those you can just fill out. But ultimately, I'll be honest with you, the Resto one I didn't even want to do. When we started talking about it on Discord, I was like, seems a bit of a waste of time putting it as a video. But on the basis I said I'm going to do every class, every spec, it seemed like, you know, that was the way forward. I had to do it. Tomorrow's is going to be a bit more interesting, so if you're a warrior, make sure you come back for tomorrow because I'm joined by Warrior TSW, Big Brain Warrior, and he's actually going to be on with me while we look at the warrior talents, and I'm getting fake QT on for the mage, so that'll be cool as well. But yeah, until the next one, take care guys, and peace out. Once again, massive shout out to all you guys up there that have joined the channel as a member, so that's as a supporter or a legendary supporter. Every single one of you, really, really appreciate it. It just keeps helping the channel grow, helps keeping me sat in this chair pumping out TBC content that hopefully you want to see. Come check me out over on twitch.tv/Scottejaye87, where I stream most nights, pretty much every night while the beta's out anyway, and then I'm probably going to be just doing 4 nights a week, which is still quite a lot. But again, massive thank you guys, all of you, even the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Everything helps this channel keep growing from now until TBC and beyond. See you on the next one.